I don't have a tremendous amount of questions for the proponent of the bill, which is probably a relief. It's been a while, but I do have some comments to make regarding the proposed legislation or resolution that is before us. I don't think it's any secret our state is in deep fiscal crisis. The policies of tax and tax and tax and tax has not worked. The largest tax increase in our state's history, followed by the second largest tax increase in our state's history, I think it was the budget to celebrate, has left us with a $5 billion and growing deficit. The sound bites around this agreement are wonderful. $1.5 billion in concessions. That's phenomenal. That's great. And you know what? Our state workers do work hard. This is nothing against them. Their leaders certainly have done their job in negotiating agreements that have never come before this legislature for consideration before. But if you dig below the sound bites, the fact that, yes, pension contributions are going to double, that's great. That we're going to increase contributions to health care, that's awesome. Okay. Pension contributions are at 0 to 2%. So increasing to 2 to 4%, it's a step in the right direction. It's not near parity at other surrounding states that we so frequently love to point to as examples of what we should be doing in the state of Connecticut. They average from 5 to 7, some even to 8. And if you investigate the private sector, it's as much as 18% for an individual, up to 30% for a family. Really? I don't know if you've talked to your constituents lately, those that are not state union workers, and asked them about their health care deductible. How much are they paying? When we answer for state unions that the contribution is 0 and it will continue to be 0, I don't know how we can stand up and be proud that this is the agreement that is going to solve our problems going forward. I think it's wonderful that there's going to be an additional $5 copay for a generic drug, so that will be $10 now. I think that's great. And I think the fact that an emergency room visit will no longer cost $25, but it'll cost $250, I think that's phenomenal. You know, I've been listening to the debate tonight, and at certain questions, the proponent of the bill just seemed to push aside the fact that, meal allowances, of course we want our workforce to be fed, so it's $2 million. Have any of you received phone calls or emails or run into constituents, parents of children or adults who are no longer going to get group home services, who are no longer going to get the services that they need? Quite frankly, I think $2 million would make a huge difference to them. Longevity pay? Seriously? Today? 2017, you get a bonus for showing up to your job? We need serious reform, and this agreement does not do it. $1.5 billion, it's a great soundbite. But if we actually pushed those negotiations a bit further to even come close to parity with other states or the private sector, then we might have something to talk about. This is not it, and I will absolutely not be supporting this emergency certification. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, Madam.